tell you, okay.
I really don't know what's going on. It almost seems like they are trying to prevent us from doing what we're doing
Oh,
by
really?
overcoming the limitations of the 45-minute limit or whatever. They're making the client freeze up right at the end, forcing me to do something else.
Interesting.
That's what it seems like to me anyway. I don't know. I might be a little wacky about that. That might just be my particular take on the matter.
Oh, Vicente is back.
Yes, Vicente is in a wonderful grand area
Jungle.
overlooking the grandness of something.
Everything's getting kind of blurry over here. I can't, not doing much.
You have filtered your background, huh?
That's the only filter I got.
Ah,
It's this, or you get to see it as it is, and nobody wants that.
that's probably oh, now you're on Mars.
Yeah.
I think you still need a little bit of a pressure suit though, Vicente. You may not need a heavy pressure suit.
No, better is
My sister texted me. I sent her a picture of that R2, and she says, "Of course I want one." Because I was going to keep that one for myself, but I'll give it to her, and now I will print my own. Print me a.
you are keeping the best ones for you.
A couple of the starships that I printed out for her. I collect. I've got my own little collection of 3D printed starships
This is
anyway.
the Jupiter.
Yep,
Jupiter.
that is that one the Jupiter?
Jupiter. Two.
What was that? Was that a two-part or was that a single part?
Yeah, it's a two-part. I glued it together. But I've got my own little collection of starships and stuff, and a couple of the ships that she had me print out. I'm like, oh, those really need to be in my collection. So, where's the one from? I've got one from this island Earth, but I don't see it anywhere. I don't know where it went. And we've got the Orville. And a non 3D printed. Oh, careful, careful.
Wow.
I got that one from an auction.
Space 1999.
Space 1999. I got that one from an auction. That is an awesome little ship.
So was that a kit you had to assemble or what?
No, this is a made in England by Dinky Machines, Dinky Toys. Assembled in 1974. It's metal. It's a solid, except for the this white trellis work and these little red deals. It's all metal. These are plastic.
Cast metal.
Cast metal. I forget what I paid for it at an auction, but I bought that from an auction. And
Right.
it separates just like the eagles would separate.
Mm. Cargo ship. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I collect these things, and that is still not the one I want. I don't know. I've got a one from This Island Earth, and I've got one from what's that other show? I don't know. I've got a bunch of them. But most of them I've 3D printed because they're hard to find otherwise. Ah,
This is the real one.
that if that doesn't have 1950 styling all to it, I don't know what does.
Actually, doesn't look far different from Elon's Starship.
Well, will evolve a little bit after some years. This is an artist illustration.
Where'd you get the image?
I put the link. Copy. Here.
Oh, that is Elon's Starship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that if that doesn't scream 1950s style though, I don't know what does. Somebody's changed their name to a whole bunch of symbols. The Grand Poobah's over there playing around with his computer.
I found out how to get to my name finally.
I have a more actual picture. Let me show it. And here, background plus. Here we go.
So what'd you do, Jim? Go into your profile to change it?
I just right clicked on my picture.
This
Up
is,
at,
this is the new one.
and then hit rename.
Nice. If that isn't based off of that, I'd be very,
Yeah.
very surprised.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very light.
That's Rocket Ship XM. No, I don't spend a lot of time watching old sci-fi programs or anything, do I?
I have the link for this image. Copy. today was launched another cargo ship to the space station with 3,000 kilos of load cargo.
I haven't been following what he's doing here lately or what they're doing lately.
Because everyone saw the landing of the first stage today. I will show. This is the thing here. Let me look for it. I will share the screen.
Should be able to.
Okay. Here. Here. Can you see it? Please? This is the drone ship here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks how was the landing? So it's amazing. This is real time, and that's it.
Which launch was that?
Wow, perfect.
Which launch was this?
Excuse me.
Was this a launch today or is this
Today, 4 hours ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many of those satellites do they have up there now?
I think it's like 1,500 or so, or 1,600. But this flight was to resupply the space station with food and stuff and experiments and new solar panels and those kinds.
So this was a freight run to the space station. This wasn't a
This was the space
satellite
station.
launch.
Yeah. Look at the top of the rocket. There is the capsule. And share. You see here in the top is a capsule to connect to the space station.
Yep.
And they also has cargo in the black section. In this section, there are solar panels in a roll to deploy in the space station.
So all of this was going to the space stations today.
Yeah.
Today.
This is the This is always amazing to see this. So much power.
I think the landings are that he's able to pull off are amazing.
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing.
Get a little bit of clouds there.
They have a camera looking down from Cape Cañaveral.
That view is amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And let me show you the cargo. This is the back of the capsule.
Yep.
The black section. This is inside the black section.
So those are rolled up solar panels?
Yes, I think so. Let me look for the moment when the capsule is separates. I don't see where. Yeah. This is the moment when the second stage separates from the capsule. This is the back of the capsule with the solar arrays. The camera is in the second stage now, and the capsule is separated from the second stage. That's it. This is the capsule that will go to connect to the space station. And this is the second stage motor. I think that the second stage will be destroyed in the return to the atmosphere. Is the only part that is not reusable of the rocket. Everything else is the capsule and the first stage are reused several times. Okay, that's it. It's amazing to see the rockets. Okay, what else?
Don't know.
I have a work to do today. I will assemble a new vintage computer in a ruler. I have the image here. This is the thing I will assemble today. I have all the parts, and the PCBs was delivered yesterday. So I will spend several hours trying to put all this stuff in the PCB.
Nice.
Those just snap in or they solder in?
This is a surface mount stuff. I have an stencil. I will put solder mask, solder cream in all these pads, in all the board with a stencil, a screen stencil, and then we put all the components one by one in their position, and then to the oven, just the cooking time.
Did you see DF Robot's engineering ruler?
No.
It's not electric at all, but it's got all the components. All
Okay.
all the
I think
component
I saw it,
sizes.
yes. The size of the surface mount components. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the hole sizes and I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I saw it. Yes.
the
yes.
pitch sizes and all kinds of stuff on it.
Actually, I have a couple of those somewhere. I I bought them last year or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The next DF robot order I make, I'm going to grab me a couple of those because they
I
look useful.
yeah, I create this name, Candy Secrets, just because. This button is this thing is an Arduino, and you need to push this button to program the new firmware. Because if you don't use this each time you connect serial, the Arduino will be reset. So I separate the reset line with the push button. So you must keep the push button pressed during the programming, during the start of the programming, to produce the reset pulse. And then you can release it. But in this way, you can connect your ruler to the computer anytime without resetting all the software. And because it's running on battery, all the memory is maintained and all the programming is maintained when you connect your serial cable. And you have a terminal program to do stuff with the computer, with the ruler. So the next thing will be to work in the software to make this thing works. But I almost have everything done. I need to just to assemble the circuit and check the software. I need to make some changes still, but everything is going fine. That's it. This is my project.
I like it.
Yep.
Very
I wa-
snuck in.
I was thinking on to make a robot, a board, maybe a round PCB with the micro motors and the controllers and everything, and just a grow connector where all the drivers and sensors are connected to I2C to the grow connector. So you can use any controller from M5 stack or whatever with a grow connector, and you can control all the motors and all the sensors of the tiny robot. So would be like a I2C robot, with no brain, just motors and sensors.
Seed Studio
Mhm,
for pre-order right now.
mhm.
That's what they're doing. It's with a Raspberry Pi chip on it though.
Okay, great.
Uh,
But I am planning to put the motors in the PCB, and
yeah.
make the PCB round. Almost the PCB will be the chassis of the
Oh
robot.
yeah. This one looks interesting though because it's got a bunch of different I/O on it and the
Yeah,
motor. The
Okay.
motors.
I will check that before design mine.
Yeah. And it's already got the controller on it. And then M5 has that Atom Motion, which is that thing there.
Exactly the same thing. Yeah.
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 So that's a similar idea as to what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I really like that, but I think I'm going to buy that Seed Studio one just to see what
Okay.
improvements they have done with it.
Put the link in the
I could do that.
in the chat area.
I could do that. I could do that.
I want to check that.
Oop. There you go. And it's cheap enough. I mean, $10.
Yes.
That's only like,
The shipping will be expensive,
yeah.
more expensive than that.
Well, that's the problem with Seed Studio. You got to order a bunch of stuff
Yeah,
in order
exactly.
to make it worth it.
Yes, exactly.
Where are they located, Leroy?
China.
Shenzhen, everybody's there.
Yeah, my last Seed Studio order, gosh, I want to say it took almost 2 months for it to get here. So I wouldn't say they were the fastest thing in the world either, but I also opted for the cheapest possible shipping too. So
I think they create the Grove connector, right?
right,
The Grove standard.
right. Which of course, you know, M5 has used.
They own M5 Studio, or there's another company.
No, M5 is its own company.
Okay.
But they
Are related or something.
well they're using the Grove connectors.
Yeah, yeah. I see.
The Grove connectors are I think it's
I think that
semi-open standard.
Yeah, Sparfund and Adafruit, they create their own connectors for I2C.
And
But they are very tiny.
yeah,
You know, I don't like much them. But
And,
the good thing is that they used to put 2 of them always, so you can daisy chain them
right.
different sensors. This is nice.
And DF Robots created its own standard.
Okay.
I forget what they called it, but when you
Uh-huh.
first look at DF Robots, you think it's a Grove connector, and it's not.
Nice now. Okay.
You realize very quickly that they're not the same.
Now Sparfund and Adafruit, they sell cables to change from one standard to another.
Yep.
That's good. So you can use everything.
Yeah, they sell. Adafruit sells a board basically that has all the connectors on it, and you plug in one and you can convert it to something else. Because a couple of the standards that I was looking at are 3 volt, and some of the standards are either 3 volt or 5 volt. So you've got to do a level convert.
In my computer rule, I have the level converter before the connector, so you can use any voltage on the other side.
Right.
I just solved the problem with the level converter. You know?
Right. Yeah, well, I think that's what this board that Adafruit is trying to solve is,
Okay.
you know, they put the level converter on there already for you. So
I did this in this. Let me show screen.
but it seems to me if you're going to get a standard, you want to stick with that
This is
standard.
the Grove connector.
Yep.
And this MOSFET transistors and the resistors are the level converter. So you can have 3 volts or 5 volts connected to this board without problem.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the Grove standard already deals with that, don't they?
Yes, they do something like that also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I saw this they have a new OLED display with a Grove connector, and they have this in the input of the OLED display. So you have this in the output of your device. You can use whatever in the other side also. You supply the voltage and the signals, and the transistors convert everything to the right level. It's that.
that is
A Grove connector, yeah.
speech recognizer, Grove connector.
Okay.
That for whatever reason I can't get it to work.
I don't like that they put the connectors vertical, you know?
Yeah, me either.
I don't know why. But they have a cheap display with a vertical connector aside of the other display. It's like, what?
And it's vertical like that. Yeah.
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 Why?
I don't know. I've got a couple of the Grove LED OLEDs, OLEDs,
Mhm.
and the picture on their website shows the connectors flat, and
But
then
they came vertical.
they came vertical.
Um,
And I was looking at it, and it says on the website, it says something about pictured as version 1, and you're going to get version 2. I'm like, ah.
I asked for the IR camera, the thermal camera. I bought one of those also. So I'm waiting for the thermal camera and the OLED display. But the OLED display is in a plastic case. I'm sure that the row connector is horizontal because the case is all flat, you know. So
Mine came wrapped in, like, some of that foam
okay.
stuff, but it was in a plastic. It was in a plastic case.
Mhm.
It came packaged really well, but it was I didn't pay for fast shipping. I paid for the slowest possible shipping, and guess
So
what? I
can
got the
you
slowest possible shipping. So,
can you remove that connector and put it back on horizontal?
You need to buy another one. Yeah, I
not
think you
not
can.
as
It's not easy, but
you can, but not as easy as it just sounds. They're soldered on there pretty well. You might actually be able to bend it easier than you could.
Well, do they have through holes at all or not?
It's through hole, but
you need the right angle connector through hole. You need
yeah.
to buy it, and you need to buy it from them, maybe in another shipment.
It I don't know, those that header pin is pretty close to each other. I guess you could, if you were really, really good and you could control your heat really well, you could probably do it. But
Mm,
I would be afraid of heating that up too much and destroying something that's on that board.
Yeah.
Usually, at least with me, desoldering usually takes a lot more time and heat to get it to desolder correctly.
Well, you also need a solder sucker.
Look, this is the connector,
Yeah.
the display I ordered.
Okay.
You see?
I ordered the ones from Seed Studio, so mine are a little different.
Okay.
But I did it because Seed Studios didn't come in a plastic case, and they were $4 cheaper, and they're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. And I ordered also the infrared camera.
Yeah.
Where is it? Thermal camera. Thermal. This one.
You got the
I think
you got the $90 thermal camera?
No. It's the other one.
It's just a.
I paid $70. I don't know. It wasn't.
It's just the heat
in sale.
sensor.
It was in sale. Let me check.
It's just the heat sensor, right? Just the.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's this one. There is only one, right?
They've got a couple of different thermal sensors.
No, I
thought they only
I
had
ordered
one.
this one, but the price was cheaper than that was 70 something. But this day, the day I bought, they have 50% discount in everything,
Yeah,
you know? So maybe
I missed their sale.
okay. Yeah, I think
I wasn't able to buy stuff on their sale.
it's low resolution camera, you know? I think 32 by 32 or something like that. Camera, expression, 32 by 24 pixels, you see?
Yep.
Very low resolution. I saw the Adafruit people make some kind of extrapolation and made the double resolution with the same sensor using software.
Right.
So they create each intermediate pixel like an average between the adjacent pixels. So they create a fake illusion of double resolution, but it looks nice. It looks nice the technique. So I will try to do something with this when it arrives, and I will show to you how it's going.
Cool.
Okay, stop sharing.
We're 2.5 minutes, by the way, or 2.25 minutes.
Yeah. We're getting there. Yeah, there was something. I'll see if I can find it real fast. M5 just released something today that I don't know what they are. They're for for IoT stuff.
I saw the sensor, the location sensors.
Yeah,
You did something with them? You have them?
I haven't messed with them yet.
Okay.
I've been busy printing
Yeah, I know.
spaceships.
Too much stuff.
Too much stuff. I got my just my generic ESP32 devices in that I was going to use those sensors with instead of using the good M5 stuff with. So it's on my list of things that I need to do. So but there's too much stuff and there's too much new stuff coming out. There's too many toys to play with.
And stuff in transit, just waiting to be delivered.
Yeah. So we're down to about 45 seconds or so. So
Okay, nice to see you all. When we can have a meeting in person already. We may plan it for the next week or in a couple of weeks.
yeah.
Are you going to continue to do the YouTube for those of us who can't be there?
Yes.
We can do this in live in the meeting also to
Yeah.
keep all together.
Yeah. I think that Zoom is great. So we'll probably keep doing it.
Great to keep
Even with meetings. Even
Right.
in a
So
live
when are
meeting.
you going to be?
Bye.